So to just kind of jump right on into it, I am going to be unboxing this Mia Secret Professional Nail System kit from Amazon. This kit was a total of $118. So when I saw the price of this kit, what I wanted to know, what I thought to myself was, what exactly is in this kit that makes it $118? Is it actually worth the price? Y'all already know I'm all for my beginners. I'm always trying to find different kits or different items that will help you guys get started. And I want to say, like last year sometime, like at the beginning of last year, I did a series on like cheap kits from Amazon, and I really want to continue that series since the Shein series is kind of coming to an end. But since I've already kind of covered most of all of the cheaper nail kits, I think I want to see about the more expensive one. So you guys let me know in the comments if that's a series you guys want to see. But for now, we're going to get into this nail kit right here. So basically, this is the video that I buy it, so you do not have to. So if you want to know what's in it and if it's worth your purchase, keep on watching. But y'all know we have to do our notification shout out. So these are the first 3 people who commented on my last video. Thank you guys so much for having your post notifications turned on. And if you want a shout out just like these 3 lovely people, all you have to do is make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you have your post notifications turned on. That way you can be notified each and every time I post, and you can possibly get a shout out just like these 3 people here. Okay, so now that I got that little plastic wrap off, this is how the front of the box looks. And then on the back of the box, it shows you everything that's in the box, and then it gives you a list of what each thing is. Looking at this overview of what is supposed to be in the kit, I really think that we're on to something good. It literally gives you everything that you'll need to get started with acrylic. But let's go ahead and open it on up and see what's inside. So they basically have everything in little boxes. So the first box here, dump it all out. We got some hand sanitizer and it's leaking. Okay, the hand sanitizer is like leaking really bad. So starting off, we have a tapping dish, and then we have some nail glue here. And then of course their famous liquid monomer. It is 2 fluid ounces, which I think is a good bit. And then we have here the acrylics. So basically these acrylics are all like the basic color acrylic. So we have right here, we have the white, we have pink, and then this is beige. And then you have the clear. Now for the white, pink, and beige, they're all about 1/2 ounce. So they're all the same size. And then the clear acrylic is at a full ounce. You can see the difference in size side by side right there. And then over here we have these 3 miniature acrylic powders. We have the red pearl, the rose pearl, and then the blue pearl. I really want to test out this cover beige and see like what shade of beige it is. Okay, I'll get into it later. I was gonna open it up right now. Have to finish the rest of the unboxing first. This is the hand sanitizer that comes with it, which I think is really nice that they include that. It is 4 fluid ounces, but mine isn't filled all the way up to the top, and I want to say it's because it's been leaking. Because when I took it out of the box, the bottle was a little moist. So I'm guessing it's been leaking, but the box doesn't really, oh yeah, it has a wet spot. I'll take it back. I just love the fact that they include that though. I have not come across a kit that includes hand sanitizer, but this is my first very expensive kit. So all right, so up next they have these zebra files, and I'm super excited about these files because they all come in different grits. So we have 100 grit file, then 180 grit file, and then you have a 150 grit file. Me personally, my go-to grit when I first started was like 100, but I just love the fact that they give you like 3 different options of grits to go with. So yeah, and then here we have the acrylic brush. Does this come off? Yes, it does. I wonder what's that for. Ooh, it's like a little cap. Okay, I like that. Okay, so this is a size 8 brush, and I think it's a pretty decent size for an entry-level kit. Okay, moving on to the second box. So this one is kind of like 2 boxes in one. So first, we have a nice little false nail clipper here. And here they have some nail forms that you can play with there. Ooh, and we got a cuticle pusher. Did I just rip it? Oh, it kind of comes out of the flap in the back. I was like, how do you get it out? Okay, so we have the cuticle pusher. It says 2-in-1 arrow nail pusher. So you got the cuticle pusher on this end, and this end, we got that right there. I'm guessing you can use that to kind of scrape off the dead skin. Whew. And we got a little brush. This is just super important. We got a little brush. So what I will use this brush for is after you laid your acrylic, after you done gave them a nice good shape, you want to wash your nails so you can get all of that nail dust off of your nails. So when you put that top coat on, or if you're doing nail art, you don't have those dust little bits on your nails while you're applying the polish, because that's a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand them little dust bits. This kind of helps out with that, especially in the cuticle area. You can really get in there. Y'all get a little point from me for this. I love it. And then the fact that it's like a big brush, like, and then it comes with a nice little top too. You can just pop it right back on there. Does it snap? Does it snap? Oh, this way. There we go. And then we have these little wooden cuticle pushers here. And then we have a buffer here. And then we have a pipette. I'm a little confused about the pipette. I don't know what it's for. Oh, they call it a dropper. But in science class, we call this a pipette. If I'm saying it right. I probably would use this to transfer like the monomer from out of the bottle into the dapping dish, if anything. Right, in the last half of the box. And this one we have just some little wipes, and they're not wet wipes, they're dry. And now, oh my gosh, I love that they include this. This is going to be very important. Well, a part of, you know, the important steps in your prepping process. So this is your primer and your dehydrator, and these two things is gonna help in making sure that your nails are lasting as long as they possibly can. And then it looks like we have some acrylic top coat. That's what they call it. So I'm guessing this is like some gel top coat. And then we have some lovely cuticle oil there to keep our cuticles nice and moist. And then they have some nail tips. They gave us some clear tips, they gave us some white tips, and then they gave us some like natural tips. So there's 20 nail tips in each pack. That's basically everything that comes within the kit. Now we can get into doing some nails. So I just took the nails I had on off. I just soaked them off with acetone, per usual for me, so they look a little crusty. So what I'm gonna start off by doing is prepping for the acrylic, but I'm gonna prep as if I'm practicing because I need to pop these off right after this video. So we're gonna use the cuticle oil that they provided and this top coat, this gel top coat that they provided as well. But if you want to do your nails as normal, what I would recommend is that you remove the shine from your nails with an e-file at a low speed, and then you're going to take this nice little primer and dehydrator, and you're going to apply the dehydrator first and then the primer after you apply your nail tips. And then you'll also use this handy dandy cuticle pusher to push back your cuticles as well. And I kind of like this cuticle pusher. It's really gonna push those cuticles back. And then I'll use this in, well, I would use this in to really get at the dead skin that's kind of laying up underneath there. But yeah, since I need these to come off easily, we're not gonna do none of that. I'm gonna start by putting some cuticle oil on my nail beds. So I'm just gonna lather each nail in cuticle oil. You just really want to keep the nail moist. That way they're easy to pop off later on. Just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna put a couple coats of this top coat on each nail. Wait a minute. This smells like, what is this? Wait. Okay, so now after actually reading the bottle, I see that it says no UV lamp, which means this is regular nail polish. It's not gel polish. And honestly, as soon as I opened up the bottle, like the smell hit my nose, which is cool, but I'm so used to using regular gel polish. So it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But I guess you can put 2 coats of this polish on. I'm just gonna go and use my gel polish. So I'm just gonna take this top coat from Madam Glam and I'm gonna give myself about 3 coats. Okay, so now for nail tips. So these are the tips that comes within the kit. So, I mean, I could use these, but I do want this nail set to be a little bit longer than what these nail tips provide. And although I could stack them if I wanted to, I think I'm just going to bring out my favorite tips I get from Amazon. This is the name of the tips if you want to go find them. If I stack these too much, they're going to be too curved, and I really don't want that, honestly. So we're just going to stick with these tips. And to apply my tip to this shiny surface, I'm just gonna buff out the inside of this tip so it can adhere, because sometimes it's a little bit difficult when your surface isn't buffed out. So I'm just gonna take my e-file and just kind of buff out the inside of this nail. And I'm gonna put a little dab of glue. This is a sticky glue. It's taking a little longer to stick. Gonna kind of hold it down for a little while and see what it does. And it's really not sticking at all. So before I apply the other glue, I'm gonna file off this other glue here. And now we can try this again with the KDS nail glue. And hopefully it'll stick. All right, and now we got it. I had to hold it for a little while, but we got it in place. So now I'm gonna use the cutter that they provide. And I think I want them to be about this length right here. I don't think that's a bad length. So I'm going to use the 100 grit file because this file is the most coarse file of them all to file my nails straight. The thing I love about these nail tips is that you really only need to worry about the free edge. You don't really have to shape up the sides. You know, personally, this is what I favor. Okay, yeah, these are, I would say these are like the best nail files I've ever experienced in any nail kit that I've ever had. So the nail files definitely get a 10 out of 10 from me. I am going to do some swatches. So I have the liquid monomer in the dapping dish already down here. And now we can break in our brush. So we have a number 8 brush. Oh, that was a little hard to break in. And I'm just gonna like just flare it out a bit. I really like my brushes in like this shape when applying my acrylic. So I'm just gonna kind of tease it. So this is the pink acrylic powder. And I'm guessing it's gonna be more of a translucent pink. Which it is, I guessed it. And this is the white. You know, white is kind of, you know, self-explanatory, but we're still gonna do the swatch. This is the beige, and it has hints of glitter. Mia's Secret is famous for just adding a splash of glitter in an acrylic that does not need it. But that is the beige. And to be fair, you can barely see the glitter it's not that noticeable. Now for these, I'm starting to think that they're not actually acrylic powders. I think they're just powders. You see how this says covered beige acrylic powder? This just says nail art powders. You can definitely mix these in with like a clear acrylic if you want to incorporate this into like a set. There's so many different things you can do to incorporate powders into a nail set. So I mean, that's cool to have. So I really want to do a super fun design using the colors that I have. So I'm gonna start with some nude. So when it comes to acrylic application, I kind of just do as many beads as it takes me to finish the nail. I honestly cannot do the one bead method to save my life. So this is just how I do it. So my first bead, I always place it like near the free edge and I fan it up and kind of work the rest down towards the free edge. And I do this with a smaller bead because I do not like a thick free edge. So I try to keep that bead on the smaller side. And then with my second bead, I just do the same exact thing, but I don't flare it up. I just kind of work my way down to flatten the rest of the bead out. So after I lay the bead, you'll see me flattening the sides first, and then I work my way to the middle. This just helps you have like control over your bead, especially if you're working with a runnier bead. It helps it not run all over the sides. This really helps me because like I love picking up watery beads for some reason. So yeah, I feel like Mia's Secret acrylics is great for beginners to work with because it's easier for them to work with without breaking the bank for like the best acrylics. Most of the cheaper acrylic kits that I've done reviews on, they dry up so quickly and it doesn't even give you a chance to really work with the acrylic all the way down the nail. So this is why I am such a big advocate for Mia's Secret when it comes to beginners starting out. So yes, this acrylic is 100% beginner friendly. Honestly, I'm a little scared for this white because I know it's going to be runny, but we got to do what we got to do. So we're going to start off with the tips of it. It's going to be white. Actually, it's not really running like I thought it was going to run. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, hopefully it doesn't dry too quick. Let's see. I don't think it's going to. Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all. I'm mad I didn't blend it up though at first. Oh, I got a little bit too excited. It's okay. It's okay. For nail art, I think I'm gonna do like some Gucci on the white and do a little ombre with that. And I got this foil from Etsy. You can go watch that video if you haven't already. But I'm going to use this nail art foil glue from Macart. And I'm going to put a very thin layer. We're going to see if we can get this one right. And then I'm going to cure that. I'm going to put it on my pinky and just rub it on in. just rip off the band-aid and see. It ripped off a little bit on the sides, but it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna put the top coat on here so nothing happens to the foil. Now I'm gonna cure that. Lastly, we got to cap it all off. So I'm going to use the clear acrylic that they provided in the kit. And I'm not going to lie, so far, I'm absolutely loving this kit. I'm going to take this little bead. I'm going to start at the center to kind of build my center up. We're gonna bring the rest right on down. And honestly, this brush isn't half bad either. It's not what I'm used to, but for a beginner that doesn't have anything, I would definitely recommend this brush. This is how they look before filing. So I'm pretty sure this file is gonna do a good job in getting the perfect shape that I need. I'm using the 100 grit file that they provided in the kit. And I'm just gonna like file from side to side at first. And kind of get the bottom really straight. Hit the free edge. And then to keep it from looking so boxy, I'm just gonna round out the sides. I'm kind of gonna file from the side and file over towards the middle of the nail. So just kind of roll over just like that. That's all I'm doing. Look at the difference between the nails. And now I'm just gonna file to kind of flush it down. I'm just gonna file down the middle. And now I'm gonna hit my cuticle area with my ceramic bit. I kind of already did it with the other fingers, hence why this bit is a little dirty. I'm gonna turn it to the side so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I'm kind of just clearing this part out. And sometimes if I feel like it needs to be debulked, I'll debulk the apex a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. And then I'm gonna take this bit right here, and now we're gonna free that cuticle up a little bit more. And get all the acrylic that might be right here. And get it all out. So now it's all nice and neat. So now I'm going to take the buffer that they provided, and we're just going to buff the nails out really, really good. So this is just to show y'all how I would use this brush here from the kit. So y'all see it, we getting all in there. Got to get all that dust out, and I even get underneath too. Don't forget that thumb either. And that way all that dust is gone. We can paint our nails with clean fingers. To finish this set off, I decided to do a V cut on the middle finger, and then it still felt like something was missing, so I just threw some rhinestones on there. Y'all see it in a minute. but I got the rhinestones from Amazon. But this is the finished look. So for a review, personally, I loved working with this kit. I really would recommend it for beginners. I do feel like it really is worth the price, simply because if you like go out and try to buy everything in this kit separately, individually, it will be well over the set price that I paid for this kit. But if this kit is out of your price range, I did go on Amazon to see if they have, if Mia's Secret has a cheaper kit, which they do. So I will put that kit here up on the screen, and I'll have it down in the description below for you guys. But while making this video, I decided I wanted to do something super special for you guys that's watching this specific series. So in this series, every single week for the next 4 weeks, I will be unboxing and reviewing an expensive nail kit from like different brands. So if you have a professional nail kit in mind that you would like me to unbox and review, just let me know down in the comments, and you might see me review it here on YouTube for one of the 4 weeks. But at the end of this series, I decided to choose one lucky subscriber to choose one of the kits that I reviewed over the 4 weeks of this series, and I will send it to you. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss a video from this series. I will have a lot more information about how I'll pick the winner and all of that good stuff in my next video for this series next week. So on that note, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.